Today I have discussed Thevenin's theorem. Thevenin's theorem. After that I have discussed Norton theorem, and after that we have discussed superposition theorem. So first of all, Thevenin's theorem. Okay. A linear bilateral network N, a linear bilateral network N across any two terminal, suppose that is AB. Okay. First of all, what is the meaning of linear bilateral? What is the meaning of linear bilateral network? Okay. I have discussed one by one. First of all, written linear bilateral linear network. First of all, linear network. After that, we have discussed bilateral network. Linear network means which follows superposition. Which follow superposition. Okay. Which follow superposition, like RLC. Okay. That is the linear element. What is the superposition? I have discussed in superposition theorem. What is the meaning of this one? Okay. For example, RLC is the linear element. Sometime asking corresponding to RLC is the linear or bilateral or whatever, unilateral. Okay. And second one, bilateral. What is the meaning of bilateral? Bilateral means same property on both sides. You can say that same properties is on both sides. What is the meaning of this one? Both side. Same RLC is also bilateral. Okay. For example, this means bilateral means, and first of all, you know that what is the meaning of unilateral? Diode is a unilateral device. Why RLC is the bilateral? Because of, if suppose that resistance, this is the inductance L and that is capacitance C, L and R. If current flow from A to B terminal, suppose that is positive to negative current I, resistance never change. Similarly, and if direction of current is changed, direction current from B to A, then what about resistance? Is not changed. Resistance are same in both sides. If correct direction of current A to B or B to A, in both, okay, in both phenomena we got same resistance. It means this is a bilateral. If resistance is not changed, if current direction of current or voltage or change, magnitude is okay. Now another way, in case of inductance, if current flowing from A to B, suppose that it is A to B or B to A, current direction change, but what about inductance? Inductance is not changed. It means it is follow bilateral. Okay. And same thing, if that is A and that is B, and if current flow from A to B or B to A, then what about capacitance? Capacitance is not changed. It means it follow bilateral. That's why it is called bilateral element. Now clear what is the meaning of bilateral? Now what is the meaning of unilateral? Sometime diode is the unilateral device. This is the unilateral. Okay. Unilateral, how can say diode is the unilateral element? First of all, suppose that current I from this is positive to negative, current flow from positive to negative, that is forward bias, that is forward bias. In case of forward bias resistance RF, but if direction of current is changed, means suppose that is A to B and here B to A. If current from B to A, then what about resistance? That is reverse bias, and what about resistance RF? This one is larger than RF is larger than small RF. It means resistance is changed if direction of current is changed, then this is not bilateral element, only this is the unilateral element. Means current allow corresponding to A to B, not corresponding to this one. Because of that, practically it is very large, no current allow. It means block the current, okay, during reverse bias region. In ideally 0 and practically very few current, okay, compared to this one, this side. Now that's why it is called unilateral. Another reason, this one is also not follow linear property, because of if plot the direction voltage and current, what about graph corresponding to this one, graph like this one, it means it's never follow linearity, okay. So clear why diode is not a linear element and not a bilateral element, clear. And RLC is the clear that is a bilateral element. But why linear element, I have discussed later on in superposition, okay. So wait for superposition theorem, okay. So it is clear what is the meaning of a linear bilateral network, sometime asking, that's why I am saying explain our detail, okay. So first of all remove it, and after that come to the point. If any doubt corresponding to this statement, then ask me, sir, I face the problem, I am not understand whatever be the, okay. AB, a linear bilateral network N across any two terminal AB. Now after that can be equivalently represented by a voltage source VTH as series impedance ZTH, clear. In case of AC circuit, represent like ZTH and VTH and ZTH like this one. Otherwise in case of DC, only VTH and that is RTH, okay. Now what is the meaning of this one? Suppose that a network corresponding to this one, this is the clear, a linear bilateral network, any two terminals, suppose that is A and that is B, okay. This one is equivalent of VTH, that is VTH, and that is ZTH that is ZTH, okay, in case of AC. Otherwise in case of DC, in case of, if any doubt then right now, in case of AC or in case of DC, it represent like only VTH and here This is the equivalent of RTH. Okay, and this is the terminal A and B. Okay, this is A and B. Now it is clear or not? Now our next target is how can determine VTH and how can determine RTH. Okay, how can determine VTH and how can determine RTH. First of all, it is clear what is the meaning of this one. What is the VTH? VTH means the Thevenin's voltage and ZTH is the Thevenin's impedance. Okay, Thevenin's equivalent impedance. Okay, now first of all I have discussed how can determine VTH and how can determine ZTH. This one is a network. Now first of all we have focus on VTH. How can determine VTH? This is A, this is B, this is A and this is B. If you want to VTH, then suppose that if no current flow A and B, if no current flow in this circuit, suppose that you have considered a ZL. ZL means load impedance. Okay, in DC circuit only consider RL. Okay, in case of DC circuit RL. Clear? Or in case of AC circuit, that is ZL. Clear? Now if RL is if RL is removed, suppose that only RL. If RL is removed, suppose that terminal AB corresponding RL impedance are attached here also. Okay, that is RL. If RL is removed, then what about V of AB? Means no current flow here, no current flow here, no current flow. Okay, if no current flow in AB means voltage across V of AB, voltage across V of AB is written as VTH. If no voltage drop corresponding to here, then V of AB this will be equal to VTH. Now here, if no current here flow, then what about V of AB? V of AB this will be equal to written as open circuit voltage. This is also called V of OC. V of OC, open circuit voltage. Okay, means clear what is the meaning of this one? How can determine VTH? If you want to determine VTH, then first of all remove corresponding to load. First of all removing load. If load is removing, then we got what about voltage? That is open circuit voltage, and open circuit voltage is called VTH. Clear? What is the meaning of VTH? Okay. First of all written is, first of all make it. Okay, after that we have discussed how can determine ZTH. Now another way means our next target, if you determine ZTH, if you want determine ZTH, if all voltage source, all independent source source are reduced to 0. If all independent sources are reduced to be 0, means if this voltage is 0, then what about V of AB? What about V of AB? Z corresponding to Z equivalent. If this one is 0, Z equivalent is got equal to ZTH. Okay, only possible if all independent source are reduced to 0, means if clear, if independent current source present, then reduced to 0 means what is the meaning of this one? Suppose that is 2 ampere. If you apply Thevenin's, if you determine ZTH during ZTH, this is the equivalent of, if this one is 0, means this is open circuit. It's behave as a open circuit. And in case of, if independent voltage source then this is plus minus 5 volt. Suppose that is a 5 volt, it can reduce to short circuit. If this one is 0, it means it's behave as a short circuit. Clear? Clear? What is the meaning of this one? If anyone feel doubt, then tell me, sir, I face the problem corresponding to this one. Okay, so now consider, take some problem, then I will clear all definitely you clear all doubts. Okay, so I take it is clear what is the meaning of this one. That is 32 volt, 4 ohm. Our motto, Thevenin's equivalent across AB terminal. Thevenin's equivalent across AB terminal. Okay. Okay, and also current, and also find out current in load 6 ohm resistance. So clear what is the motto? Now how can determine one by one? First of all, our motto, first of all determine VTH. If you determine VTH, removing 32 volt and here is 12 ohm and this is 2 ampere current source and this is 1 ohm. Okay, and that is AB. Okay, our motto determine first of all VTH. How can determine VTH? How can determine VTH? If you determine VTH means corresponding to that terminal, that resistance or whatever be the source or voltage or current, or first of all remove it. Corresponding to AB, this one is removed. After that, that is corresponding to VTH. Okay, so if you determine VTH means voltage corresponding to V of AB. Clear? So first of all removing load. Okay, our motto determined equivalent, Thevenin's equivalent corresponding to AB. So first of all remove this load. If remove this load, then finally make like this one. So VTH basically V of OC. Clear? So how can determine VTH? Clear? Whatever be the method, with the help of nodal analysis, with the help of mesh analysis, or with the help of source transformation, was it with the help of voltage divider rule or current divider rule, you can solve and find the VTH. Basically our motto to determine VTH. Okay, VTH means if no current here, no current, because of this is open circuit, so no current flow here. Clear? So this voltage is parallel to this one, it means this voltage is parallel to this one. If you want to voltage across V of AB, then we have determined voltage across 12 ohm. Okay, clear? So here now suppose that current I1, here current I1 or 2 ampere, simply that is also 2 ampere. Suppose that node 1, at node 1 apply KCL, okay, KCL. I1, this be incoming current I1 plus 2, this be equal to, suppose that is Ix, this be equal to Ix. Very simple. What about I1? You can apply KVL in this node, in this loop. Minus 32 plus 4I1 plus 12 into Ix, this be equal to 0. So 32, this be equal to 4I1 plus 12 into I1 plus 2. So 4I1 plus 12I1 plus 24. So that is 32. This one is 16I1 plus 24 and that is 32. If divided by 8, and this is 2I1 and this is 3. Okay, 4 this be equal to 2I1 plus 3. 4 this be equal to 2I1 plus 3. Now clear what is the meaning of this one? So how can determine I1? What about I1? I1 is written as 1 divided by 2, that is 0.5 ampere. I1 is 0.5 ampere. Now if I1 is equal to 0.5 ampere, then putting here, then what about Ix? Ix is 2 plus 0.5, that is 2.5 ampere. So finally we got Ix this equal to 2.5 ampere. Okay, our motto to determine VTH. So apply KVL in this loop. Minus 2 plus minus VTH. No voltage corresponding to 1 ohm. Why? Because of no current flow here, because of this is open circuit, that's why. So plus 0 into 1 ohm. Now plus to minus, plus 12 into Ix, this be equal to 0. So VTH this be equal to 12 into Ix, that is 2.5. Okay, that is 2.5. So 12 into 2.5, 12 into 2.5, finally we got 30 volt, that is 30 volt. So VTH is 30 volt. VTH is 30 volt. It is clear or not? If you face any doubt corresponding to this one, then tell me, sir, I face the problem regarding to this lecture or whatever. Okay. You can do this question many method, not only this one, or you can with the help of voltage divider rule, current divider rule, or source transformation, whatever you feel easy, then we can find out. Okay, now next one, first of all make it, after that we have focus on ZTH. I have already say, if you determine ZT, this one is a DC circuit, that's why here is RTH. So RTH, how can determine RTH? If you determine RTH means all independent source are reduced to 0. It means if there exists voltage source, then voltage source tends to 0. If voltage source tends to 0 means it is short circuit. It is short circuit. So 4 ohm during VTH, if you determine RTH, that is 12 ohm. And what about current? Current source behave as an open circuit. This one is an open circuit. So this one and this one, and 1 ohm, and that is A and that is B. Okay, simply. Now 4 and 12 both are parallel, so 12 into 4 divided by 12 plus 4 plus 1, that is RTH, corresponding to that is RTH. Okay, this one is this combination. Okay, if any doubt then written here 1 plus 4 parallel to 12 ohm. Okay, so now this one is 1 plus divided by 16, that is 4 ohm. This is equal to 4 ohm. Okay, ZTH this is equal to 4 ohm. Okay, ZTH this is equal to 4 ohm. Now what is the equivalent circuit corresponding to AB? First of all make ZTH, and that is ZTH means RTH. RTH is 4 ohm, and plus minus what about VTH, that is 30 volt, that is VTH and that is RTH, and corresponding to AB terminal. Clear? So first question is completed. First question is completed. Now second question, part second, also find out the current in the 6 ohm resistance. Clear? First of all, clear or not? If you face any doubt then tell me, sir, I face the problem, please explain again and whatever. First of all make it, then I will discuss. Now this one, that is RL is 6 ohm. So if you determine IL, make current like this one. What about IL? IL is written as 30 divided by 4 plus 6 ohm. 4 plus 6 ohm. 4 plus 6 ohm, that is 3 ampere. So IL is 3 ampere. IL is 3 ampere. Clear? So load current across AB terminal, that is 3 ampere, and Thevenin's equivalent across AB, that is VTH is 30 volt and RTH is 4 ohm. First of all make it. If any doubt then tell me, sir, I face the problem regarding to. Okay, so if you complete then I will take another question. Okay, first of all make it, after that theorem, Norton's theorem. Regarding to this theorem, a linear bilateral network, same as a linear bilateral network N across any two terminal AB can be equivalently represented by a current source in parallel to Zn. RN. Clear? Corresponding to DC, that is RN, otherwise ZN. Current source IN. Okay? Clear? What is the meaning of this one? I have already discussed what is linear bilateral network. I have already discussed what is the linear bilateral network. So we are focused on a linear bilateral network. Suppose that is AB, that is two terminal AB. Now corresponding to this theorem, this one represent that is ZL, and here that is, suppose that is IN, and that is ZN, okay, RN, okay, that is AB. So clear? You can represent here, if a linear bilateral network and across any two terminals, suppose that terminal is AB and can be equivalently represented current source in parallel to Zn. IN is parallel to Zn. Clear? This is clear or not? If you face, how can determine? Yes, okay. Now next target, how can determine IN and how can determine Zn or Rn? Okay. So first of all, this is the question, how can represent? So first of all, this is IN. IN is a Norton current, that is Norton current, and also called short circuit current. Why short circuit current? We are focused on here. First of all, we assume that is here connected a load, okay. Our motto, determine IN. If you want to determine IN, then if this one corresponding to AB terminal, if ISC short circuit, if AB corresponding to short circuit, we got, suppose that if load is removed and if load is short circuited, then we got all current flow in ISC, and ISC this will be equal to IN. So ISC this will be equal to IN. Clear? That time, if corresponding to load terminal, if load is short circuited, then we got, what about current? That is short circuit current, and this short circuit current is equivalent to the Norton current. Clear? So our motto determine IN. So clear? If determine short circuit current corresponding to load terminal, then this short circuit current actually basically this short circuit current basically IN current. So if you determine IN, then corresponding to load is removed and load is short circuited. If load is short circuited, then we got ISC, and ISC basically IN. Clear? How can determine IN? Now next target. Because of no current flow here, clear or not? Because voltage across this one, if suppose that current I1 this be equal to 0 divided by whatever be the impedance, all current IN is flowing on corresponding to AB terminal. Clear? Now next target, how can determine so clear, IN is basically IN this be equal to ISC. Okay. Now another way, What about RN? RN is the same thing, that is RTH. If all independent source reduce to 0, if all independent source reduce to 0, then we got RN, okay, corresponding to AB terminal. So all written here, all independent source are reduced to 0, means all voltage source are voltage source behave as a, if voltage source are 0, it means voltage source behave as a short circuit, and current source are open circuit. Always consider independent, not dependent, okay. All independent voltage source and all independent current source. Independent voltage source are short circuit and all independent current source are open circuit. Clear? So now we have considered problem corresponding to, first of all, determine Norton equivalent. Norton equivalent means IN and RN, okay, IN and RN. So means actually basically our motto determine IN and that is RN, okay. Means this circuit represent like this one. How can represent? First of all, determine IN and RN. So what about IN? How can determine IN? I know that I have already said, if you determine IN means corresponding to AB terminal, AB is short circuited, AB short circuited, means plus minus, that is 12 volt, this is 6 ohm and that is 12 ohm and this is 3 ohm and that is 2 ampere and this is 2 ohm. If this one is short circuited, means that is A terminal and that is B. This one is ISC, this one is ISC. Clear? If this one is ISC, how can determine ISC? You can follow a lot of method like source transformation, voltage divider rule, current divider rule, or you can apply here mesh analysis or loop analysis or nodal analysis, whatever, okay. But here I have applied very powerful tool, source transformation, okay, source transformation, okay. How can apply? Now, suppose that our motor determine AB corresponding to AB terminal, so this one is short circuit. Clear? Now here 12 and 6, I know that what is the source transformation. I have already said that if suppose that voltage, that is this is 12 volt and resistance 6 ohm, if you want convert into current source, then it is represent like, first of all represent, what about current is, what about current, voltage divided by resistance, that is 2 ampere. Clear? What about direction of current? Always from positive terminal, away from positive terminal, and that is 6 ohm. So you can, this one can replace this network If any doubt, then xy, that is x, y. Clear or not? If you face problem, then tell me, sir. Please explain again or whatever. Otherwise, okay. So xy terminal, this xy replace this one and put here. And what about current? That is 2 ampere and that is 6 ohm, and this one is 12 ohm, and here that is 3 ohm, and here that is 2 ohm, 2 ampere. Now here that is 2 ohm, and here that is short circuit ISC. Okay, clear or not? This one and this one, 12 into 6 divided by 18, that is 4 ohm. You can make after that this whole combination, that is 4 ohm. So first of all make it, after that we have discussed. Now 6 and 12, we got 4 ohm, so make like this one, that is 2 ampere, and this one is 3 ohm, and here that is 2 ampere. Clear? This one is clear or not? Now once again, this one if replace again, suppose that is P and this is Q. If any doubt, then 4 ohm, 2 ampere, that is P and that is Q. You can replace, that is 4 ohm plus minus, why plus minus 4 into whatever voltage, that is current source is converted into voltage source, that 2 into 4, that is 8 volt, and resistance is like this one. Polarity decided by direction of current is upward, that's why upper plate positive, lower plate is a negative. So that is P and this is Q. Clear or not? If any doubt, then tell me, sir, I face the problem corresponding to this one. Okay, so now corresponding to this part, you can replace here, this one replace here, and that is 4 ohm, and it is plus minus 8 ohm, 8 volt, and that is 3 ohm, and that is 2 ampere, and this is 2 ohm, and this one is a short circuit current ISC. Clear? Now 4 and 3, 7, so you can say that 4 plus 3, that is 7. Okay, clear? 4 plus 3, that is 7. Now our target ISC. After that you again apply source transformation. If you apply source transformation in this network, then you can say 8 by 7 ampere. Clear? 8 by 7 ampere, and this one is 7 ohm, and this one is 2 ampere, and here 2 ohm, and this one is ISC. Clear or not? If you any doubt, then tell me, sir, I face the problem according to this one. Okay. Now this current and this current both are same direction, so this one is added and we got 8/7 plus 2, 8 plus 14/7, that is 22 divided by 7, that is 22 divided by 7, and this is 2 ohm, and this one is ISC current. Clear or not? If face any problem, then tell me, sir, I'm not understand about that line and whatever. I can do this question another method also. So first of all, you can follow this method. After that, I will follow another method also. So first of all, make it. If you face any problem, then tell me, sir, I face the problem. Okay? Clear or not? Now, if this one is converted into voltage source, then plus minus and resistance. If this one is converted, 7 into 22/7 means 22 volt, that is 22 volt, and this one is 7 ohm. Polarity, direction of current is upward, that's why upper plate positive and lower plate is negative. Clear? Now after that, that is 2 ohm and this one is ISC. So ISC is 22 divided by 7 plus 2, 9. 22/9. Clear or not? ISC is 22/9. ISC is 22/9. Is clear or not? If you any face problem regarding this one, then tell me, sir, please explain again, otherwise. Clear? ISC is nothing is, that is IN. So IN is 22/9 ampere. This question can do another method also. Okay. If you determine right now method 2, first of all make lot of method you can apply here, that is 12 ohm. Most of the question follow this type of method, but it is lengthy and very complicated. Why complicated? See why. That is 2 ohm and this one is ISC. Our motor determine ISC. Okay, you can do it with the help of mesh analysis, nodal analysis. Okay, and this one is 12 volt. Okay, our motor determine ISC. Suppose that I1 current here, I2 current here, and here I3. Clear? We assume I1, I2, I3. Our motto, if find out I1, then apply, suppose that is node 1, that is node 2, and we consider here that is ductum node, that is 0 volt. Apply KCL at node 1 and also 2. What about I2? I2 is equal to I3 plus I1. and here I1 this equal to 2 plus I1 plus 2 this will equal to ISC. Clear? I1 plus 2 this will equal to ISC. Now another way, what about I1? This voltage is 0 and this voltage is V1 and this voltage is V2. What about I2? If you want to I2 means 0 minus V1. Okay, I have already said 0 minus V1. Current I2 leave from positive terminal, that's why plus 12 divided by 6. So you can say that 12 minus V1 divided by 6. Similarly, what about I3? V1 minus 0 divided by 12. Okay, what about I1? V1 minus V2 divided by 3. First of all make it. And what about ISC? ISC is V2 minus 0 divided by 2. First of all make it. After that we have discussed. Now clear? ISC is, it is written as V2 by 2. Okay. Now this value putting in equation number 1 and equation number 2. If this value putting in equation number 1, we got V2 this equal to 12, I2 this equal to 12 minus 6, 12 minus V1 divided by 6, and I3 this equal to V1 by 12. And what about I1? I1 is V1 minus V2 divided by 3. Okay. Now if multiply 12 in both sides, then that is 24 minus 2 V1, this equal to V1 plus 4 V1 minus 4 V2. Okay, that is 24, this equal to, that is 7 V1 minus 4 V2, that is equation number 3. This is equation number 3. Okay. Now V1 is I1, V1 minus V2 by 3. If this value put in equation number 2, and this is V2 by 2. Okay, if multiply by 6 in both sides, then we got 2 V1 minus 2 V2 plus 12, this will equal to 3 V2. Okay. That is 2 V1 minus 5 V2, this will equal to minus 12. This is equation number 4. Okay. Now from equation number 3 and equation number whatever be this equation, that is 24, this will equal to 7 V1 minus 4 V2, and that is minus 12, this will equal to 2 V1 minus 5 V2. Okay. What about V1? V1 this will equal to minus 12 plus 5 V2 divided by 2. If this value put here, then 24 this will equal to 7 5 V2 minus 12 divided by 2 minus 4 V2. Okay. Now if multiply by 2 in both sides, that is 48, this will equal to 7 35 V2 84 okay, and that is 8 V2. Clear? That is 48 plus 84, this will be equal to 35 minus 8, 35 minus 8, that 27 into V2. So V2 this will be equal to that is 2, that is 13 divided by 27. V2 this equal to, first of all recheck again this is clear or not. Two, that is 8, clear. 4 plus 8, 48 plus 84, that is 132 divided by 27. This is 27, that is V2. Okay, now our motto ISC. So ISC is V2 minus 0 divided by 2. So 132 divided by 27 means 132 divided by 27 into 2 means 6. 66 divided by 27 means 3 2 ja and 3 9 ja. So 27 by 22 by 9. Okay, so we got with the help of this method same result. ISC this will equal to IN and same as 22 by 9. Clear? If you face any problem then tell me, sir. Okay. First of all make it. IN this will equal to 22 by 7. IN this will equal to 22 by 7. IN this will equal to ISC this will equal to 22 by 7 ampere. Now next target is RN. How can determine RN? Now if you determine RN means all independent source reduced to 0, means current source is 0, current source is open circuit and voltage source is short circuit. Okay, that is 6 ohm, that is 12, 3 ohm and only 2 ohm resistance here, and that is A and that is B, that is RN. What about RN? RN is both are parallel plus 3 plus 2, so 5 plus divided by 18, that is 9 ohm. So RN this will equal to 9 ohm. RN and RTH both are same thing, that is 9 ohm. So RN and RTH is 9 ohm. Clear? Now here make, that is IN is 22 by 7 ampere and RN is 9 ohm. Clear? Corresponding to AB terminal. Now next target is, what about ZTH? If you convert it into Thevenin's equivalent, if you want to convert into Thevenin's equivalent, so you can with the help of source transformation, you can write now, that is RTH and plus minus, that is VTH. This one is RTH and RN is same as, that's why it is 9 ohm. With the help of current source transformation, that is plus minus VTH, 22 by 7 into 9. So 9 to the 18, 9 to the 18, 198 by 7 volt. Clear? That is A and that is B. So AB corresponding VTH is 198 divided by 7 and RTH is 9 ohm. Clear? First of all make it. If any doubt then you can solve another method also. So if you ask if you ask in question Thevenin's equivalent or Norton equivalent, you can do first of all corresponding to Norton equivalent, and after Norton equivalent it is also converted into Thevenin's equivalent, because of this is the current source and that is resistance is parallel to this one, is parallel to this one. It is also converted into with the help of source transformation like this one, and this one finally this one represent RTH and this one represent VTH. Otherwise you can do another method also. Okay, so first of all make it. So RTH and RN is clear. Now we have focus on VTH. If follow this method, then it's clear. Otherwise, follow another method. Seven or nine. This one is 9 or 7. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Follow. If you follow VTH, then you can also apply our motto, that is VTH. No current flow here. So voltage corresponding to this one is 0. If you want to this voltage, then this is also VT. Okay. So our motto, we are focus on this one. Okay. Now 2 ampere follow are going on 3 ohm. Also 3 ampere. Sorry, 2 ampere. Now here, suppose that is I1 and here I2, and this one is 0, and this voltage is Vx. So I1, apply KCL at this node. I1 plus I1 this will equal to I1 plus 2 this will equal to I2. I1 plus 2 this will equal to I2. Apply KCL. Apply KCL at node. Suppose that is 1. What about I1? That is 0 minus Vx. 0 minus Vx. Current leave from positive terminal, that's why plus 12 divided by 6 plus 2. This will equal to what about I2? That is Vx minus 0, because this one is a 0 voltage, divided by 12. Clear? So 12 minus Vx divided by 6 plus 2, this will equal to Vx by 12. Okay. After that, if multiply 12 in both sides, that is 12 into 12, that is 144 minus 12 Vx plus 12 if multiply 12 here into 12 into 12, that is 24 minus 2 Vx plus 12 into 2, 24, this will be equal to Vx. So if Vx is going on another side, that is 3 Vx, this will be equal to 48. So Vx this will be equal to 48 by 3, that is 16 volt. That is 16 volt. Okay. Now our motto, determine voltage corresponding to here. So if you want to voltage corresponding to here, means okay, apply KVL on this node. Okay. Minus VTH voltage across this one is 0 plus 3 into 2 plus 12 into I2, this will equal to 0. So VTH this will equal to 12 I2 plus 6 plus 12 into I2. I2 is Vx by 12. So 6 plus 12 into, so finally Vx. And what about Vx? That is 16. So 16 plus 6, that is 22 volt. That is 22 volt. This is the final answer. VTH is means Ix, actual Ix is 22 by 9 ISC. So you can represent VTH is 22 volt. And what about RTH? I don't know. 6 into 12, 5. 12 into 6, 18, 4. This is 9 ohm. So that is A and that is B. Clear? And you can convert into, that is 9 ohm and that is 22 by 9 ohm. Okay, that is current, that is IN and that is RN. So with the help of source transformers you can also convert into Thevenin's equivalent, and Thevenin's equivalent also convert into Norton equivalent. Clear or not? First of all tell me, after that. Today class is over. Today I will focus on Thevenin's and Norton equivalent and how can solve independent voltage source, independent circuit based on problem. Okay. Tomorrow I will focus on superposition theorem and other theorems also. Okay. So today class is over. If any doubt, then tell me. If you feel any doubt corresponding to today lecture, then tell me, sir, I face the problem.